So today we are going to start with the new topic. Title is isometric projections. In isometric projections, you are going to do exactly opposite to what you did in orthographic projection. In orthographic projection, the pictorial view is given to you and you will be converting it into the two-dimensional views, front view, top view and the side view. But in isometric projections, the views will be given to you, two-dimensional one, and you are going to do it or convert it into the 3D views, or we can say the isometric views. You can term it as also as a pictorial view. Okay. So the question in orthographic projection is going to be the answer in isometric projection. Okay. So reverse order you will be acting in isometric projection as compared to your orthographic projection. Okay. You just look at this screen here. Okay. You can see the two-dimensional two views have been given to you. This is the one view, and this is second view. Before I take in details with these given views, let me tell you that here is the possible combinations. Any two views will be given to you, not three views, any two views. So combination, front view and top view, front view and side view. Front view will be remain as a compulsory view, one of the view, and alternately they will give the either top view or side view, right? So these two combinations you will get here. By looking at this view, and views will be given to you with the first angle projection method, so that if this is the kind of combination, then the upper view will be the front view, and below that is going to be the top view, right? So that view will be the top view. Okay, so two views are here. Now the very important thing, the mention of this O letter. This O indicates the origin. This is very, very important. You have to identify it very carefully. When you look at the views, two-dimensional views, O you must have to recognize. Okay. So mostly O will be given with the front view, or sometimes if it will be given with the both the views, but that time you have to identify which one is the front view and which one is the top view. Okay. So with the practice, you will definitely going to learn and you will be able to identify the difference in that. Okay. So this is the front view, top view. Now you have to refer the views and complete the step number 1. So step number 1, the maximum dimensions, that is length, height, and the width. By looking at this front view and the top view, you just see they have given the length straight away, or we have to have some addition in that. So if you look at the top view, this 50 is given. 50 is nothing but the length for front view as well as top view. So that length is 50 millimeter. Height always with the front view. So the height is 40 millimeter. You know that for in top view, there will be the length and width. So width here, straight weight is given 30 millimeter. Okay. So length 50 millimeter, height 40 millimeter, width 30 millimeter. Okay. And the origin right now is at right direction or right side of this right edge of your front view. This origin O is given. Okay. So how will you get the answer for that? Okay. I just request all of you. I will give some time to you so that you can. Okay. So next step, you should draw xy line first. Just like we are not going to say xy line even, okay, but we say horizontal line. Okay, one of the horizontal line, you just take it. Suppose I will be taking it here, xy line, okay, or the horizontal line. You can say mark any one point here. Okay, I have marked this point. I will name this point as origin. I will mention just simple letter O. Okay, O is the letter. This point. I hope you did it. Drawing simple horizontal line, taking one point possibly at center. Later on, you will come to know that whether it is to be taken on towards right direction mostly or towards left one. Okay, that depending on the cases. Okay. Now you have to notice the very important thing. You just look at the front view. Origin is at right. Means your whole length of your front view, that is spread over left side, left direction. Okay, so O, towards left of O, the whole length is. So what I will do, uh, I will take it later on, but first of all, I will forget to tell you that you just set a pro circle with this O, and on this horizontal line and get 30-degree both sides. This 30-degree, you are going to get it both sides. Okay, take this 30-degree, draw a line passing through this point. This angle on both direction, it's 30-degree. This angle 30-degree. Okay. Once you'll get this 30 degrees, both sides, if I just denote it with, let us suppose right. If I say right axis, left axis. Okay, this is just for your uh, understanding and convenience to explain the things. Okay, so that you can understand it well. Okay, this is the right axis, left axis. Through this O, you must have to draw one vertical line which will be perpendicular to this horizontal line. Okay. And left, right, and if I suppose this is a vertical axis, okay, I'm not going to say this x, y, z. Okay, just vertical, right, left. So it will be convenient to understand. Okay. See, this 30-degree, 30-degree. Why you are going to take it? Because it gives you the maximum visibility of your object. If you are looking at the object from the front side in a direction perpendicular to that flat surface, then the visibility is less. If you go in an angle, then the maximum surface or object will be visible to you. Okay, so on that point we'll discuss you later on, okay, in detail. But once I complete the solution, give the solution for this, definitely you will understand why this 30, right? Now as I mentioned, your length. Now we are trying to complete the step number 2. Step number 2, construct a box. Box, it includes length, height, and width. Okay. Getting the 3D box with these 3 parameters, okay, that we are going to complete now. Okay. Now here the origin is at right, whole length is on left. So what we will do, the length is 50 millimeter here. So we will take 50 millimeter towards left of this origin, this O, towards left 50 millimeter, because in the here the origin is given at right, so your length will be on left axis, okay, or on left side. So we'll take 50. If you get 50 here, this will be the point where you will get 50. Just for briefing, I will name this point 1. Okay, I will name this 1. Okay, as this is the first problem. Okay, so I will name it, and with reference to those points naming, I will explain the further steps. Okay, now if the length is on left, so obviously your width you will be taking on right. Okay, so take 30 millimeter from here, this 30, right? So this will be the, if I say point 2, 30. So this is the length. If we draw it perpendicular to this x-axis, left axis, from here and even from here, I can give the dimensions as this is going to be the length. This is going to be the length, and length here is 50, right? Length 50. Then there are two ways to give the dimensions. I will explain you. Here I am going to give the with one of the technique, and then means this projection lines, dimension lines, I am just taking it perpendicular to those axes, right or left. This is nothing but the width. And now in this case, width is 30. Okay. Now two dimensions, maximum two dimensions, width and the length we have already taken. Now we'll take the height vertically on vertical axis. Okay. So height is 40 millimeter. I will mark the point at 40 millimeter here, and this is going to be your height. Okay. I will name this point as a point 3. Okay. Say height 50. Sorry, height is 40. Okay. During your schooling, you might have constructed the cube. Maybe with the drawing instruments or maybe freehand, but most of you came across constructing the cube, right? So similar thing here, instead of cube all sides are equal, but here the variation will be there, but the method to get it is almost similar to that. Okay. Now the next, what I will do, I will adjust this roller scale edge, this edge with height, suppose. Okay. Vertical axis. Okay. I just move it and get the end point of your length, because this is the starting point of your length. So from here, I will be going to take the vertical line. How long it is, no matter. Similarly, means for taking the lines from through point 1 and 2 means for point on right axis and the left axis, we are going to draw the line which is going to be parallel to vertical axis. Similarly, once you will get it, I will explain you. Next one. So through 1 and 2, that is on the L and R, but these are the horizontal axis, we can say, right and the left, through which we have taken the line parallel to vertical axis, right? Now the next step, you should adjust it with the edge with the left axis, get line through point 3 parallel to left axis through 3, move this roller scale, just adjust it properly, make sure it should have free flow for the same, and get the line, okay, get the line. This is what the line you are going to get. Similarly, you just set this roller scale edge with right axis, move it further, and through point 3, which is on vertical axis, draw a line parallel to this one. Suppose if I name this point 1, 2, 3 is over. If I say 4, 5, okay, I have to get the top of this box now. Okay. Now next, again set this edge with the left axis. So of course this is a parallel to that, so you can set it. So it is convenient to move it further. Set it with left axis. Take it to the vertical point on vertical line. That is point number 5, and draw line parallel to the same. Okay. Then the next, set this roller scale with 3, 5 or the right axis parallel to the same, because if you see this line is parallel to this one. Okay. So no matter from which line you will be taking it parallel to this. Okay. So I will adjust it with this right axis, and sorry, I will be going to move it further till point number 4, and where it intersects it gives the point number 6. Okay, for just avoid any further confusion, I will erase the extensions going beyond our required dimensions, maximum dimensions, so that you will get the real feel of this. Even though I'm just going to delete this also, vertical axis extension. Okay. Now you can see that this is nothing but the box. Okay. Right? You can see this is the box now. I will make a few lines that are very light. I will make it bit dark. Do not make it too dark, remember. As far as your answer is concerned, it should not be too dark. It must supposed to be just visible to you. Okay. Right. So this is the box which you got by taking this length, height, and width. Right. Now the next, now you have to refer You have referred the length, height, and width. You got the box constructed here. Now the next step, you just look at this O. From O, this is the continuous line from bottom itself. Then this 15 millimeter height, one step is there. Okay. Then till for certain distance out of 50, if this is a 15, means this becomes 35. Okay. So that much value you have to take it. And if you just correlate the front view surfaces with the top view surfaces, see this, if you name this point, this surface, particular this surface, with suppose letter A, if you say A, for A, the corresponding surface in top view is this one. Okay. Similarly, if you name this surface from this point to this end, if you say B, then the corresponding surface in top view is this one. Okay, right? So this is what you can just correlate. You need not again give the naming to surface. Just for sake of understanding, I'm giving it here so that you can understand well. Okay. Now, what I will do here, I will take this 15 millimeter. From O, I will be taking 15 millimeter. This is the point, 15 millimeter. Okay. Then I will just be taking line parallel through this at distance of 15 millimeter height. Okay. But see, once you take this line, this length of line is just 35. So of course, the remaining distance you will get 50 millimeter. If I take it, this one. Okay. Right. So from here, you do one thing, adjust it with the vertical axis and get the line passing through this point. See, vertical lines are always parallel to vertical axis. Right direction lines are parallel to right axis. Left side lines parallel to left axis. Okay. Then you know that this is what EA and there is the step, so that, and this step is 15 millimeter is throughout width. Okay, so we can easily recognize that if you just set this scale with this line and get the line passing through this. Okay. Suppose if I name this point, suppose 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Then, as we know, 15 millimeter this height, and this flat surface is throughout width. So definitely from 7, we can draw a line that is going to be parallel to right axis. Okay, this line. And definitely if you go on following the steps, you will realize if I say 7, 10, I will say suppose 11 number point. Then do one thing, you just go through this, draw a line passing through 10, draw a line you just go through, take the points through this point. Okay. And then you will realize that this the point which is going to be the point here only, exactly point you will get it if you take it further. And Okay, so this what you will get it. What I will do, unwanted lines, I will make it bit light. Then you will get the real look of this object, or you can say the isometric view. For better understanding, I will make it dark. The lines are edges are visible, so that it will be very convincing to you. Then I will start taking the dark lines from this edge. So your answer is ready, but just I am just making your final object that will be very comfortable visible to you. This edge is bottom edge is visible, so I will make it dark. This edge is visible. Even this one, I will make it dark. Okay. Then this bottom edge is visible. I will make it dark. Even this edge, this is the step of 15 mm height, is visible. Right. So this is nothing but your final answer. Okay. Okay. So this is the problem number 2 on isometric projections. Some of you can respond me. What is the length? How much is the length for this? Yes, please. Length
60 millimeter.
20 plus this 20 plus this 20. It becomes 60. Length is 60. How much is the height?
55.
Yeah. Length height is
55.
55. And the width, this is 40. Right? This is 40. Okay. Now we can construct the box first of all, and then we'll complete the final answer on getting first the box. Okay. So how will you get the box? As usual, draw XY line or horizontal line, we can say. Mark any point here on this horizontal line. We just name it as origin. Then through this, draw a line in left direction and right direction as a left axis or right axis by taking inclination 30 degree. Okay. Do it. Draw line. Okay, this angle is 30 degree. Okay. Then through this origin, you should take the line perpendicular to this horizontal line on which you can take the height. Okay. Now this is the right axis, length axis. Now you just respond me on L, V, and R. On which axis we can take the length? I think
Sir, on
a
the
bit.
right axis.
Just just a minute. Just okay. Okay. So as your origin O is on left side, so your whole length, that is 60 millimeter, that is on right side. So what we will do, we'll take the length in right direction, 60 millimeter, get the point for 60 here from O, is the point, say suppose 1. Okay, and your width is 40.
Sir, the video is not clear.
Yeah, maybe as this, maybe due to network congestion, sometimes it happens like this. Yeah, so length is 60. We have taken on the right axis. Now this I will be taking on left axis, that width. Okay, right. Then your height 55, that I will be taking here 55 millimeter. Okay, let's say suppose point 3. Okay, now I repeat the procedure for through each point as usual. Through, through 2 and 1 on left and right axis, I will be taking the line parallel to vertical axis first. Then through point 3, that is of height, on vertical axis, I will be going to take the line parallel to left axis as well as right axis. Similarly, through this point, I will be again going to take the lines through this line. I will be taking the parallel line to left axis through this point to get the box. Then I will be taking the line parallel to right axis. I will just move it roller scale. I will make sure that it will reach to the point. And this way you will get the box ready for final step to incorporate the views that are given to you. Okay. Okay. It's a quite simple views, front view and the side view. I will get the answer for that. Now, the width is 40. This step is of height 25 millimeter. Then upper part is of 30 millimeter. But in between there will be the slot, and that slot of 20 millimeter and depth 10 millimeter and not visible in side view. It is shown with the dotted line. Okay. So accordingly, as you did the things in orthographic, that the concept, that knowledge you supposed to carry and you work with reference to that. Okay. Now from here, first of all, I will take this step 25. This 25, I will take it. Then through this 25, I'm going to draw a line parallel to left axis. But this is total is 40. This step is 15. So this length becomes 25. So I will be taking this 25 here. So you will get the remaining length 15. But while taking the parallel lines, make sure that lines are perfectly parallel to each other. So sometimes handling of drawing instruments is very crucial. Okay. And you're supposed to do the work on plain paper. Okay. If you found that realize that the something is not perfect, in that case you can have we have to think on that and you have to get it. Okay. So this is the perfect line. Okay. Then from here I'm going to take this line. You know that this slot of 20, 10 millimeter depth and 20 millimeter length, that will be within this 15 millimeter. So first of all, what I will do, I will be getting the complete line passing through this throughout length. Then from here I will be taking this 60, right? So 60, what I will do, 20, then this 20, I remain 20. Okay. What I can do, I can draw a line through this, through next one. Then on height, once I take it, height of this slot or depth of slot is 10 millimeter. So from here, I will be going to take 10 millimeter on this vertical axis, this 10. Once I get the 10 millimeter here, then what I can do, I can do line or draw line parallel to right axis through this point number 10, right? Leave it. Okay. Then take line parallel to vertical axis, get the line. Similarly, take this roller scale further, get a line. You will get the slot partly with this one. Okay. Now in this slot, this line may not be visible. Okay. And it will, you can keep like construction line, but make it light. Then particularly in this slot, see the vertical edge through similarly through this one, there will be the vertical edges. So what I will do, I will be taking this line passing through this parallel to vertical line. Then I will just adjusting this line with left axis, and through this point I will just getting the line. Then through this line means the right axis, I will be going to get the line parallel to x. Okay. So in this way, this slot will be visible to you. Unnecessary extension line, I will just erase it. So see, this is the complete slot visible to you very clearly. Okay. Similarly, you know that this is the line which you have drawn parallel to this. Similarly, you will get the line passing through this edge. You should get the line first parallel to this right axis through this point. Okay. Then you should get the line parallel to left axis, and which is going to parallel, which is going to touching, which is going to touch to this line. And definitely you will find that from here, if you draw a line parallel to this, you are going to get that line. So little adjustment by millimeter, you can do it without any hesitation, because in manual drawing it is quite obvious. Okay, so just I'm just going to make the lines dark so that are visible to you. Is the final object. I am going to make it bit dark. These two problems you will be doing immediately, as most of you have done it on paper. You have to convert it into AutoCAD. How you can do it in AutoCAD, I will explain you during practical session. Even though supporting material, I am just going to give you some of the videos I will provide you for getting your isometric sheet complete. Okay. So all those lines, once you get your finally, make it with the thick line. Okay, make it with the thick lines. Keep as it is. If the construction lines are very light and not dominating your final answer, but if it is going to dominate as such, so in that case, it is better partly you erase or make it light. The way I am doing it, similarly you can do as well. Okay. So this sort the final answer. This line is yet to be made dark. Okay. Some of the dimensions, just partly, just I will be explaining here. Just wait. The major dimensions, it is expected to be given. This, suppose this height is 25, and the remaining is 30. Okay. This slot even, or you can give the dimensions for width. Total is width is 40, length it is the 60. Not detailed dimensions required here, but major dimensions. If you give it, that will be fine. Okay. So likewise, some addition in that, even in this one, you can do it for this. Suppose this slot and depth of slot, length, width of slot. Okay. You just extend it beyond the object. Let's suppose this is 20. Okay. So even here, right. So you can conclude your answer by giving the maximum dimensions, most whatever possible to you. Okay.